Hi guys, hope you enjoyed your Christmas and hope you enjoy this cold weather. Last week several of you did your homework or your assignments, not homework necessarily, but your assignments, and I am proud of you. Some of you did not turn in your work, so those of you who have not turned in both assignments, do so immediately, please. You have your giraffe assignment, and some of you guys did that, but you didn't finish it. You have to color your negative space in with crayons or markers. So I sent that back to a lot of you with a note to do that and resubmit it, and then I'll grade it. For those of you who did not do your work, get it done. We are not going to start this year out by you not turning in your work and me begging every week for you to do it. We're just not going to do that. I don't know how long I'll be out, a couple of weeks at least, but I will do a video and explain your work to you each week. You can ask questions on Google Stream, send me an email, or on the assignment directly. Now, last week we covered positive and negative space. You're going to have one assignment this week in which you're going to write me a little short paragraph and explain to me what positive and negative space is. I just want to make sure that you understand it and that you understand how to use it. Positive space is, in a nutshell, where something is, where your subject is. Negative space is the area behind, around, under, anything that's not your subject is negative space. Now, if you have very little negative space and you have a lot of positive space, like for example a busy city street with buildings and people everywhere, that creates a feeling of busyness and quickness. If you have a lot of negative space, you can use that to create a feeling of being alone or by yourself, vastness. So you can use those things to create emotion in your artwork. It's very important that you know that. Some artists spend a lot of time creating tricks with positive and negative space, and you've seen that in some of the things that we've done, like the fish and the geese that are flying in the air. There are a lot of really cool ways to use negative space. One is in the FedEx logo. So I want you all to look up the FedEx logo and tell me how they use negative space to create a feeling, and they did that in the FedEx logo. If you look really hard, you'll see it. So send me an email and tell me, or post it on Stream, tell me how the FedEx people were very smart in creating that logo, and how that creates an emotion. This week we're going to start looking at how to create distance, which is also under space. We're going to look at a couple of ways. One is to overlap, which means to put something in front of something else. And you're going to have an assignment where you're going to draw, I think, 15 monsters. You color the front monster red, and you overlap each monster. It's kind of a fun assignment to do. Excuse me. You're going to write an essay, that we talked about it before, just a paragraph, and you're going to explain to me exactly what positive and negative space means so that I know that you understand it. And then the other assignment this week is called Make It Big, and you're going to draw something small, but you're going to make it appear very big, and also overlap it. Next week, we'll start looking at a landscape, and we'll say the parts of the landscape and how to create distance in your landscape. Keep in mind the paintings that are hanging on the wall, you can always look at them to understand. And do you understand what overlap means? Where something is in front of the other. Now, when you do your monsters, you have to draw monsters that overlap each other. So they have to be, number one, touching, and one monster has to be in front of the other monster. So you have to draw an antenna, an eyeball, a hand, a hair, something that is in front of the monster that's behind it. Don't draw 15 monsters that aren't touching. They all have to be touching, and one has to overlap the other, and then that one needs to overlap the one behind it, and that creates a feeling of distance so that you can tell which monster is in front and which monster is behind. It's a very important lesson when you're creating art, that you have to show what is bigger and what is smaller, and sometimes it's hard to do that. Okay, if you have any questions, just put them in stream or send me an email or send me a text. I don't care, and I will answer you. I will try to explain your assignments very clearly, but if you don't understand them, please let me know. Those of you who have not turned in last week's work, I'm not playing with you. Get it done. You understand? Get it done. You had 2 easy assignments. All right, love you. Bye. Oh, I almost forgot. You have a little test this week too over space. You watch a short little video. I think it's like 3 minutes. And then take the exam. I want you to do that first, really, before you do anything else. It's not hard. Just if you paid attention, you will make 100. Okay, bye.